Everybody's been playing Arc Raiders. I am someone who has never played an extraction shooter before. I bought Arc Raiders a few days ago. I have sunk about 10 hours into the game. And I could say, this fucking game is very good. For an extraction third person shooter, I am heavily enjoying the mechanics, the loot, the guns, the progression, the graphics, the music, the shooting, literally everything about this game is pretty fucking solid. Like, is above average, is high above average here. This is a very good game. If you have not played any extraction shooters like myself, I would recommend definitely checking this one out. It's an amazing experience, and I've just been gushing over it, honestly. Like, everything about it is fantastic. There are several different maps to explore, tons of different locations within those maps, different ways to escape and infiltrate bases. It's just an insanely fun experience accompanied by an amazing proximity chat. The proximity chat is the reason you play this game. It is one of the best, most fun ways to interact with other players in a game that I've ever seen. This is not a review. I need to make that clear. It may sound like I'm speaking about this game like it's a review, but I just wanted to give some thoughts on the game. Again, because I've just been gushing over it and I feel like I need to talk about it in a lot of ways. Starting with the combat. The combat is great. The combat is extremely solid. At the very beginning, when you have, like, really basic loot, it can be kind of underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Now, you do have to get the better guns, you do have to grind, you do have to get the better gear, you gotta scavenge, maybe you can get lucky, kill another player, it is an extraction shooter, get a really good gun. I did get lucky while going on a, little basic loadout that just gives you like some really basic shit. It's nothing custom. I killed a guy, luckily enough, and I got like this really cool machine gun, like a minigun, and I was so hyped about it. Unfortunately enough, the durability is really low, but it was, a pretty good experience to have to actually find like a high level gun that I got lucky with when killing somebody, plus like some shields and all that other great stuff. So the combat itself, once you get those higher tier weapons and you start upgrading and you start putting all of your skill points into everything and you start like really evolving all of the guns, it gets a lot better. But the progression with the skill points, I have to add, is really good as well. There's never a wasted moment in this game. You could literally spend 30 minutes in an area, lose all your shit, and you'd still get XP to progress towards skill points. You don't lose anything in terms of time. Yeah, you can waste time definitely. Like if you get a really good gun and you die while you're trying to extract and it can be really fucking annoying, that's understandable completely. But there's no loss of time here. There's always something going on. You're always gaining something, which I think is a huge benefit to this extraction shooter. I don't know how other extraction shooters actually do it, but I'm very happy that even though I could waste 20 minutes of time, lose all my gear, I can still get like 10,000 XP and get a level up. It shows that, hey, look, I still progressed in something. I still put effort towards something. I didn't just lose all of that time. I'm now able to allocate a point into something that can benefit my character. The maps are also really good. Out of like the 4 that I've played, there's like the sandy residential areas, the giant spaceport, which I think is my favorite map because it comes with, I think, the matriarch or the queen. There's like this big green kind of Atomfall looking map that I'm pretty sure comes with the queen. Maybe the spaceport one comes with the matriarch and the Atomfall looking map comes with the queen. And like the huge like solo experiences with this game, especially when you have so many different solo players coming together and like shooting at it, fighting it, taking it down, is really great. My only problem, now it is a mechanic in the game because this is an extraction PvP shooter. It's more PvP than PvE, where a random ass solo player, we had an example at the spaceport. We were trying to kill the matriarch, and we had some jackass sitting at the very top of the fucking tower sniping down on us. Like, that guy is a dick. That guy's an asshole. I can't blame him, though, because that's a mechanic that's allowed in the game. If he wants to ruin another player's experience and try to take their loot, that's fair. I'm not going to be super mad at that. That's a part of the game. But it is kind of annoying, right? When we're all trying to kill the fucking boss of the map, and you can't even let us finish. The graphics are fantastic, and the optimization is surprisingly well done. I'm running the game at epic settings, maxed out. With DLSS performance mode, I'm hitting like 100, 120 frames. Like, maxed out. And the game is gorgeous. It runs beautifully. So the optimization, at least for me, and I'm on like a higher gaming PC, so for other people it might not be as good, but for me personally, it's fantastic. I haven't had to tweak any settings. I increased my FOV a little bit, but that's about it. There's not any problems I've had with the performance, this is the one of the most well polished games in terms of performance that I've ever seen. And one last thing I want to touch on is the community. The community is fucking hilarious. Now, there's, if you don't know, a little war going on between streamers. And one of them I know, I think Mr. Burnt or Mr. Peanut or something like that. I've seen his clips on Instagram. The guy's fucking hilarious. Now, the community has decided to create a war in between these two streamers, Mr. Burnt Peanut and another person. I don't remember the other streamer. But it's hilarious. I find it really funny. I have experienced the team who was asking me who I sided with. Mistakenly, I signed with Peanut and I got fucking shot at. But that community experience where streamers, kind of annoyingly in some ways, but that community experience where everyone will have a war against each other, right? Where you will have clothing that associates yourself with a certain team. It reminds me of like the green and purple aliens in GTA Online, right? Where everyone was like attacking each other based on what alien you were, or like the Sprunk and Coke battle, right? Where everyone was like picking sides on a fucking cola in the game. Like that was good. And this reminds me of that because it brings the community together and it reminds me how great multiplayer shooters can be, especially when you have things like game chat. Game chat makes it so much better. Some of the clips from Arc Raiders online, especially from Burnt Peanut or whatever the Peanut, streamer is, are fucking hilarious. I recommend if you are like on, like the leaning side of whether you want to get this game or not, go look at those clips. It'll make you want to buy the game. It made me buy the game. And it's just a fantastic experience all around.